Hello, everybody. I'm on early today because I had a channeled message when I was doing the card pull. Um, Something's going on. We all know it. Something the other day happened at a store that I went to. And I've noticed if you look at your dollar bills and all your cash in your purse or your wallet, we have cash that was printed in 2009, cash that was printed in 2013, and cash that was printed in 2017. And that's it. Every 4 years, they printed money. And they stopped printing in 2017. You won't find any other dates on your money. We know they've been taking cash out of the system for quite a while now. And I went to the Dollar General the other day, and the gentleman that worked there basically wasn't really busy. He was on a cell phone because there was only one checkout, which was self-checkout or cash in his register. That's it. He could only take cash. And if you wanted to use a card, you had to go to the self-checkout. So I went to the self-checkout. And my bill was over $20. And it had a red message on it. And it said, the attendant. So I said something to him, and he came over. He goes, "Oh, I need your birth date." Not buying liquor. I'm not buying cigarettes. I was just buying a few essentials. And if your bill was over $20, you needed your birth date. And I've noticed the birth date has come up a lot lately. When I started shuffling and cutting the deck, and I do shuffle, cut the deck, and I had some meditation flute music on at that point, almost every card that came out yesterday come out today. And I thought, this is so weird. I'm getting the same cards. And they're shuffled like, I mean, there's no way that I could have pulled the same cards out. I shuffled like crazy these decks. But you know what card did fly out again? The light codes. The evolutionary downloads, the recalling power, and the future thinking. This card wants to be seen. So I'm going to do a short reading with these cards that I got, because I already did a reading yesterday with the cards I got, because what my channeling is telling me that I missed some things in these cards that we need to go over. So let's go over them. And I don't even need to use the book, because at this point, it's a definite download message. And I have this feeling it's from the Archurian. The first card that came out was the Seven of Fire, and we got her yesterday. I kept saying that she is golden, and I keep seeing golden. And she is intuitive. And I went over all of this about this card. She's got her feline. She's looking at us. She's contemplating, but there's something I missed. Look where her hands are. Her hands are on her throat chakra. And then she's got the lotus floating in the water. So she's fire with water. And fire sometimes needs water, because water calms fire down. Fire can get, I always say, I'm fire. I have fire, but I have water in me, and my husband's water. And I tend to see fire signs with water signs, or other signs that can calm them down. Fire and fire work okay together, but they're a little fiery. You know what I mean? But anyway, she has her third eye over her crown. Right now, we have to keep, and she's got her third eye. What's interesting is she has her third eye right here covered with a butterfly. So in other words, what I'm seeing in my channeling is that butterfly the third eye was like the cocoon when it was in its meditative state, when it was in its not thinking about anything state. Then it turned into the butterfly, where it's starting to create and it's starting to come out of its shell. And that's when the third eye goes over the crown. The crown is the connection with source. Remember the lotus flower in this picture. So this is what I'm getting on here is we needed to look at the throat chakra. Are we using our voice? And remember, yesterday we got the senses, all of our senses. Are we using all of our senses? The different card that I got today, which I didn't get yesterday with her, was I got the Page of Wands, the creativity. Remember, I keep saying we are going to make heaven on earth. We are going to create. So now is the time that we're coming out of the cocoon and we're transforming into the butterfly. We're putting our third eye open, intuition over our crown, connecting to source. And we are leveling ourselves out with the water and the lotus flower. And there will be something more about the lotus flower. I want you to remember the lotus flower. We also, a few days ago, got the lovers. And what I said about the lovers is it wasn't a male and female of this world. I felt it was the masculine and feminine coming together. And I still feel that because we need to get leveled up. We need to be the balance beam right now with the masculine, feminine, and inner child. We have to. This is telling us. We need to use our senses, our voice. We're creating. We're going into the butterfly mode. We're coming out of the cocoon. We've been in the cocoon for 3 years, 4 years, wondering what's going on in that cocoon state. Now we're going into the butterfly state. Now we somewhat know what's going on, but we have to get ourselves connected. Because with that card, the Two of Wands, the vision come out. And we had the vision yesterday. The vision come out. We are going to start getting downloads. We are going to start getting visions. Downloads. We're evolving. We need to go with the flow of the evolving. And when I did a channeled message a while back, which you need to look at because I went and looked at to refresh my memory, it was the Maui thing. Now it's the Florida thing, what we just went through. Those are all directed. I mean, I think those are all manipulated, in my opinion, but I think so. So remember, you have to open your mind to these visions that are going to be coming through. And what's really interesting is the scribe come out again. We had the scribe yesterday. And the scribe is an unbiased, knowledgeable man. Female, male, whatever, masculine, feminine. But it is like to me, it's like the records of our life. It's telling me that, see, he has a sword over his third eye also. Now is the time we need to stop using this third eye and go above to our crown and put it on our crown and use it that way, because that is more of an intuition with source connection. But yeah, the scribe was very interesting to me because I usually don't take a bunch of other cards. I usually do the 3-card spread, which I did, but this one flew out. And this one is the 12, love, the Trinity. The scribe was the 12. Three, Trinity. It's the two, the two, the seven. It's all trying to tell us something. And now is the time to be the butterfly and listen, because we've been in the cocoon, kind of absorbing little bits and pieces of things. And now it's time to spread our wings and really get in depth on what's going on, because okay, let me explain what I'm seeing. We have the scribe, okay, and he's got the dagger over his third eye, and he is using his intuition now, his third eye over his crown, which is the connection up to source. He's got his eyes closed, so he's watching for the visions to come through. He's creating it. She's the same way. She's looking, but she's got the butterfly over her third eye, and she's got the third eye over her crown. So she is more connected than she ever was, because she's blossoming like the lotus. That's what we're doing right now. Light codes, they're trying to tell us it's the love coming through. We've had some hard times. Yeah, I've felt angry at times. I've felt depressed. I've felt sad. We all have. We all have that. But we've got to come into that balance now. We've got to pull our masculine and feminine. The feminine is the crier. The masculine is going to come in and he's going to say, it'll be okay. And then the inner child is going to be the playful, creative, creating one. Look at the child in the water. Fire and water. So I got the love card that flew out. So I decided to keep it, because we have to open our heart space, all of our senses, our voice, our heart, our crown, our voice, our eyes, everything, the vision. Now's the time. Now is the time to be the butterfly and to feel the love. Because with that, two more cards flew out. Actually, three cards flew out. I got the Ace of Swords, victory, with the love card. I got the Six of Wands, success. We got success the other day. And the last one I got was the World, regeneration. I mean, this is telling us that we are the butterfly now. We are getting the Arcturian light codes. We are evolutionary. These are the evolutionary downloads, the recalling power and future thinking. So I went on. I kept shuffling. I asked Source to throw me, just show me the cards you want me to see, because I just kept this on the side because we've read this yesterday. Go into the reading yesterday, and this is the one that kept flying out and wanting me to pick it, because I put it back once. Then it flew out and it flew on the floor. And then it came out again. So something's going on, and we really need to listen. Because the next one that flew out was the Mer-Ka-Ba activation. The transcending ascension, you are rising up. The Mer-Ka-Ba are ancient Egyptian and Hebrew words relating to the ascension process of the soul. The Hebrew Mer-Ka-Ba or Merkaba means chariot or vehicle, and it's most commonly associated with the prophet Ezekiel's vision of angels traveling on or in spheres of light. Where was that? Visions? In ancient Egyptian, Mer means light, Ka means spirit, and Ba means body. When these three words are put together, the idea is that the light engulfs the spirit and body, and there is an opportunity to rise up. The symbols of the Mer-Ka-Ba is the star tetrahedron. Tetrahedron. I'm going to have problems saying that. I could see it already. This eight-pointed star is simply the three-dimensional extension of a hexagram, a symbol that is strongly associated with the Hebrew and Egyptian mystery school. In modern spirituality, the Mer-Ka-Ba is acknowledged as the light body or vehicle that we can activate for the ascension process. It has been said that it is surrounded by an eight-pointed star, tetrahedron, and when we're aligned on a spiritual level, the star spins at great speed, creating a sphere of unbreakable light around us. This sphere of light can help us move between the dimensions while we are having a human experience. It creates a portal into the divine matrix so that we can connect with guidance and walk the path of light. This says, see. Okay, it says see page 64, and that's the divine matrix. I didn't get that card, but you know what? We'll read it in a minute. Place one hand on your heart and the other on the space just above your pubic bone. Breathe, send your breath down to earth, send your breath up to heaven, and chant Mer-Ka-Ba several times. When you feel you've chanted enough, visualize or physically see a spinning sphere of light surrounding your body and be open to wisdom coming through. You are engulfed in light. You are raising your vibration and becoming magnetic to the presence and wisdom of light. You are in a space of ascension. The ascension process isn't about leaving this incarnation or dimension, but about finding harmony within. All of the attention, love, and care you have been giving to your body are supporting your spiritual journey. A powerful gateway of light is surrounding you now, allowing you to connect with the divine matrix of ancient wisdom. It's important for you to be aware of the information, energy, and downloads you are receiving, for all that is coming through is supporting your expansion. You are moving up a level. It's time to fly high. I've been saying leveling up. When it was my birthday, I didn't want to say another year, I'm older. I am leveling up to the wisdom and the things around me. So I've been using the leveling up for a while now. That is a beautiful card, but it also tells me in this, the divine matrix, to see page 64. So we're going to see page 64. The divine matrix, interconnectedness, synchronicities, and God coincidences. Everything is connected. Everything that was, is, and ever will be connected by an invisible bond of energy uniting every living being from the past, present, and even future. This isn't a new idea. Every great mystic through the ages has understood that everything is one, and now scientists are beginning to provide evidence for it. The best way to describe the connection is as a lattice or grid, a divine matrix where all points on the grid and we're all connected through it. It links us to our ancestry and our loved ones, aspects of ourselves, past, present, and future, and also the ancient and divine wisdom held in the quantum field of the universe. This card shows a giant Stargate opening up to the universe, a piece of sacred geometry known as the flower of life. This is quite literally a two-dimensional image of the divine matrix, and the information held within it can help us begin to understand the inner and outer workings of this incredible universe. If you spend time with this image, you'll find the multiple images within it. Remind us all that nothing is happening by chance. and that even when we can't fully comprehend it, there's greater plan unfolding. I just said that to my husband the other day. Connect, meditate on the flower of life image on this gateway. I'll find the card in a minute. Card affirm, I am connecting to all beings, all intelligence, and all forms of light, past, present, and future. I am one with the one. Your message, you are in alignment with the oneness of life and the inner working of the universe. You're part of something great. That meaning that you are greatness expressing itself. No one thing in your life has happened by chance. Even when you felt that things have been against you, a process has been unfolding, helping you understand your connectedness to all things. So there's no need to feel insignificant or lonely. It's also important to remember that the universe is always working in your favor and for your highest good. You may have felt lost, but know that nothing is ever lost, for we're all held in the heart of Source, and love is our connection to all things. I wasn't gonna read that. I felt that I needed to read that in this. And what's amazing is that last card that flew out was love and the flower. Let me find this card that they're showing on this one that I'm reading right now, because it did not come out, the Divine Matrix. We're going to see what the card looks like. These, I'll tell you, these are actually really beautiful cards. This deck has really come full circle with me. I haven't really dove into it too much, just with you guys, but beautiful cards. But they're also still sticking together. These cards are like matted, so they actually cling. They're not really, there it is. This is the one I just read, the Divine Matrix. That is beautiful. Looks like it's looking through a portal. Okay, I just wanted to let you see that card that I just read, because that was number 50 or 64. Another thing, and that's an 11. So another one that flew out, which I thought was really interesting, was the Akashic Stargate, align with purpose, crossroads, no wrong path. A Stargate is a portal that can take us through space and time to a whole other universe. It's based on the concept of the Einstein-Rosen bridge, or what is also known as a wormhole, where a speculative structure linking different points of space-time is created. In spirituality, a Stargate is less about traveling on the physical, three-dimensional level, and more about making progress on the spiritual. A future of many spiritual traditions is the idea that all of us have a Stargate in our heart that connects us with the central lattice of consciousness, the Divine Matrix, page 64. Are you serious? It's pointing to this card again. I didn't even pull that card. It's just pointing me there. So both of these cards that come out, this one and this one, both pointed me to this one. Oh. The Buddha acknowledged we were the universe, while Jesus said the kingdom of heaven is within you. The Akashic Stargate transports us to a space where we are given the opportunity to make a decision to accelerate the realization of our life purpose. Connect. Visualize yourself at a crossroads. Tune into the direction that feels most joyful, light, and loving. Imagine yourself walking that road. See all that it brings you. Your message. Whenever the Akashic Stargate is presented to you, it's because you're at a critical point on your journey. You have the opportunity to move in a particular direction and you have to make a decision. This can feel overwhelming and you may be waiting for someone or something to make the decision for you, but you aren't here to walk a path that was set for you. You're here to walk a path that you have chosen. The next phase of your journey cannot unfold until you decide which way to go. Know that whatever direction you take and whatever decision you make, you'll always be on the right path. No matter how you get there, you'll always end up in a similar space. Also know that purpose isn't about doing your duty. It's about living life and experiencing joy. I love that card. Wow. My channeled message kept saying you gotta read those cards. You gotta do those cards. You gotta reread some of those cards because not everything was said. This card flew out. The lotus flower and the koi fish. A number 41, which is 5, which is change. The lotus within you awakens. You are a master in light on high. When you hold this card in your hand, all the choirs of angels will be looking down upon you. You are now ready and will surpass yourself and become an inspiration for all beings in all worlds, in all times, and all dimensions. You will awaken and follow your soul path as a master. Think about the image of the lotus on the card. The lotus has its roots in the mud of a lake bed and grows inexorably toward the light, just like you. It rises up through the murky water at the bottom of the lake, just as you outgrow your base feelings and emotions. However, its final goal is yet to come. It grows up through the clear water just below the surface and finally unfurls its beauty, but only when it has found the light again, just like you. Its fragrance, its true beauty, is at last released into the air, the element of pure thought, pure spirit, and wisdom. The path that it follows from the mud of the lake bed through to the surface cannot spoil its faultless beauty, dim its radiance, or distort its bewitching magical scent. All that the lotus is, you are too. It represents rebirth, fertility, clarity, purity, and perfection. Its fragrance, however, is its true magic, as it transports us, liberating us from the illusion of time. Your soul is like the fragrance of the lotus. You can walk in all times, all worlds, all dimensions. You might think that you are none of these things, nor are you wise or a master. But know that there is no time. Everything is now. Start to believe you yourself are the light from the future that shines on and guides you. You have long since been a master in light on high. Your helpers for the next 21 days are the power animal is the koi, the herbal essence is the lotus, the healing crystal is the ruby, and the number is 5. This reading is blowing my mind, I'm sure right along with yours. Number 5 tells you that you have a deep connection with a divine source and that nothing can prevent wisdom from finding its way to you. Your current priorities are fidelity, reliability, and loyalty. Focus on them and concentrate on healing them in both the world outside and the inner world. Number 5 brings protection, giving you the freedom to act more boldly. Its energy field is centering, bringing the strength that recognizes and recreates itself at the end of the soul path, along with meditation, belief, and insight. I loved this reading, and this reading meant a lot to me. It pulled out a lot of things that I'm going through right now in my life, and I would say a lot of people are going through in their life. And I really feel that this is trying to tell us something. And go back and listen to yesterday. I read this card, and the Arcturian light codes and evolutionary downloads, recalling power and future thinking. This is where we are right now. We have to get into that love space. I know we have anger. I know we have things going on. I know we have sadness going on. I do. But we need to get out of that. And we need to step outside of the box, I keep saying, and learn what the scribe is keeping records of, and what is, because that will be our success. And the cocoon is gone. We are the butterfly now. She is trying to tell you to speak out. Let your intuition lead you. Because we've got the world and we've got regeneration, and we need to get our masculine, feminine, and our inner child. The inner child will create the masculine and feminine, will regenerate the divine matrix. We got 2 cards that pointed us right to this. The Mer-Ka-Ba, the transcending ascension. We are rising. We're getting the light codes. That was my channeled message and a reading. It was kind of an all-in-one, because I channeled it. When I was doing this reading, I was getting light codes, activation, whatever you want to call it. Sparks were going off in my mind, because cards don't fly out like that all the time. One right after the other almost. There was only a few cards that I didn't have yesterday. So there was more of reading yesterday that I needed to say today. And hopefully I said what I needed to say in this reading. If I don't, I'm sure I will get more channeled messages, because I've been getting a lot of channeled messages. But I was supposed to say something about the money system, because it is changing. Yeah, you will find coins that have been printed out, because that's the treasury. But you will not find bills printed out, because that's the Federal Reserve. They went out in 2017. They are no more. I don't know. I don't care what they want to tell you, that they're still there, but they're not. And we are going to try to they are going to try to take us into a cashless society. Where we're going next, we really don't know, but we just have to keep our intuition going, listen to our visions, learn ancient knowledge, because we have a lot of remembering that we're going to go through, and we have to remember it, because that'll be our success. And the lotus within is awakening. We are the master in light on high. We're the butterfly now. We hatched out of the cocoon. That was the, oh my God, what's happening moment. And now we know what's happening. We've just got to ride the wave. Okay, people, that's the story today, and I'm sticking to it. I put a link to our GoFundMe page in the show more section. If you can help, help. If you can't, I completely understand. I love you all, and may every step in your journey be magical. And you know what? Just be you.